Good morning, dear students. This is Ashwini Gupta. I am your new maths teacher. I hope you all are doing fine. Since in this time of pandemic outbreak, we all are under lockdown in our homes. Though other things are not working fine, but education should also not be suffered. Keeping that in mind, we all the teachers are putting lot of efforts in providing you all the teaching materials that is required for your studies so that you don't lag behind. So, without much further ado, I'm going to give you a quick recap on rational numbers. A video was shared to you in the last class. I hope you would have gone through it, and this quick revision will help you to revise it. After this revision, we are going to do the exercises, and you have to do that exercises from NCERT 1.1 in your fair copy. So, what is a rational number? We all know about the natural number. Any number, the numbers that is naturally occurring, and that is from 1 to infinite. The numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. to infinite comes under the natural number. When we add 0 to the natural number, it becomes a whole number. When we add 0 to a natural number, it becomes whole number. So, what is integers? The integers are nothing but the same natural number, same natural number with the positive and the negative signs. 1, 2, 3 to infinite is the positive integers. -1, -2, -3 and so on to minus infinite is the negative integers. So, we all know that. Now we came to know the natural number, whole number and integers. Now we all have seen something numbers like this: 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 7 by 9 and so on. Any number you can take. So what are these? These are the fractions. These are the fractions. A number which can be written in the form of numerator by denominator is called fraction. We have studied this, and we have also studied that the numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, that is numerator by denominator, is a rational number. So what is the difference between fraction and the rational number? The main difference is between the fraction and the rational number is that the denominator part cannot be equals to 0. The denominator part cannot be equals to 0. That means all the rational number cannot be a fraction, but all the fraction can be a rational number. I hope you all have got this point. So that means I'll give you an example. That is, this is a rational number 2 by 5, and this is the negative rational number, that is -2 by 5, where the q is not equals to 0. The denominator part is not equals to 0. Since, can you tell me that 2 is a fraction or 2 is a rational number? Since 2 is a fraction, or it can also be termed as a rational number, because in the denominator part what we can write? We can write as 1. We all know that we can write as it as 1. But if we write 2 by if I take 0, 0 is a rational number or a fraction. Can you tell that? So I hope you know this, that 0 is also a fraction, because 0 can be written in the form of 0 by 1. But reciprocal of 0 by 1 can be written as, can you tell me that 1 by 0 is possible? Can you tell me what is it? Is it a fraction or a rational number? No, it is not. It is a fraction. It is a fraction, but it is not a rational number, because q cannot be 0, because it turns into infinite, that is cannot be determined. I hope you all have understood what is a rational number, what is a natural number, integers, whole numbers and fractions. Now you would have studied some properties on rational numbers. You would have seen in the last video that the the addition on the rational numbers, when you add two rational numbers, it gives a rational number. When you subtract two rational numbers, it gives a rational number. The same thing as you would have done in the fraction topic, under the fraction topic. Now you would have studied something about additive identity for rational numbers. Since 0 is the additive identity for the rational number, when we add 0 to any rational number, it gives the same rational number. Same thing when you multiply any number by 1, that that will be given it as a same rational number, that is 2 by 3. When you multiply it by 1, it gives the same rational number. So 1 is what? Multiplicative identity of 2 by 3. Multiplicative identity of 2 by 3. So, and you would have studied about something reciprocal, that is multiplicative inverse. Now what is additive? You would have come across about two terms, additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. So in additive inverse is what? Additive inverse, you have to simply multiply the rational number by -1 and it will give you the additive inverse of that rational number. In multiplicative inverse, you have to take the reciprocal of that rational number. It will give you the reciprocal of the rational number, that is, it will give you the multiplicative inverse of that rational number. Then you would have studied about something like a distributive property of the rational number, that is, if a into b plus c is given, then it can be written as ab plus ac. That is distributive property. This will be multiplied to this and this will be multiplied to this, and the bracket will be open with the sign. The same thing with the negative thing. So I hope you have understood all the concepts what you had studied in the last video. Now if you still have any doubt, I would recommend you to ask me on my personal window. You can ask me. Now moving forward to the exercises part, I hope you all have your books and copies. So you have to start in your copy, in the fair copy. Then one PDF is attached with this video. You have to go to that PDF and you have to understand that you have to follow all the guidelines given in that PDF. You have to leave 2-3 pages before starting any work in the maths copies. That is, on first page you will be writing the portion, on the first page you will be writing the index part, on the second page you will be writing the portion part, and on the third page you will be starting the chapter. So the first chapter is your rational number, as we all know, and we are going to start with the exercises. So your first question is from your NCERT book itself. I am going to do one question from each part, and you have to do the rest questions also in your fair copy, as I am showing you here. Like, the date has to be given, the things has to be put as you are putting, and the neatness should be followed. You have to draw one rough line over here, and if there is any rough work, you have to show it here. So the first question from your exercise 1.1 is, using appropriate properties, find. There are two parts. I have done one part over here, that is 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2 plus 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. Then you will write the question in the black ink, and then you will come for the solution part. So you will do it in blue ink. So how you are going to do it? Can you see something in the question? That is 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7, and here it is 2 by 5 into 1 by 14. Can you group these terms together? So what it will be? It will be a which property? By which property we are able to do this? By which property we are able to do this? By using commutative property. By using commutative property. So you have to write in the bracket also that you are using commutative property and you are grouping the terms, and then the rest terms will be noted as it is. In the next step, since 2 by 5 is there in both the terms, so it will be taken as common and the remaining part will be left in the brackets. So how can you write? Minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14, and then the rest term will be minus, since 3 into 1 will be 3 and 6 into 2 will be 12. I hope you are getting these two steps. Now after this, what are we going to do? We will first solve the bracket. We have studied in our lower classes that we have to follow the BODMAS thing, so that is always there. And after this 2 by 5, then we will take the LCM. We'll get the 14 because 7 and 14, that is a small LCM, so I have not shown here. But if you don't know how to take the LCM, you should practice it here. So it is 14, and we have taken the LCM over here. I hope you know this part. And then minus 3 by 12. So after solving, we will get 2 by 5 into, in the bracket I will get minus 5 by 14. I have cut this 5 and 5 will get cancel out, and the remaining part will be like that. Since a minus sign is here, so minus plus will be minus 2 upon 14 and minus 3 by 12, and then minus we have reduced this fraction, that is 1 by 7 and 1 by 14. We have taken the LCM again and we have got this answer. At the in the last, you have to write the answer like this. So if I don't think you have any confusion, you should be having any confusion over here, but still you if you have any confusion here, you can ask me. So this was our first question, and the same way you have to do the second part of this question. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now coming to the second question. In the second question, you have to write the additive inverse of the following. This all the questions are from your book exercises only, that is 1.1 from NCERT. So what you have to do, you have to find the additive inverse for each of the following. There are 4 parts. I have done 2 parts. I have shown you 2 parts. So I have taken the question as minus 5 by 9. So to find additive inverse, what we will do, we will multiply the number by minus 1. So you have to write all this like this steps, so you have to follow this. So therefore minus 5 by 9 into minus 1 will be given as minus into minus will be plus. So that is 5 by 9. So what is the additive inverse of minus 5 by 9? That is 5 by 9. What we have done, we have just multiplied the rational number by minus 1. So we'll get the additive inverse of the rational number. The second, I have done that minus 6 by minus 5. So what we'll do, this minus will get cancelled out. I hope you are getting this, and then this will be multiplied by minus 1. So what it is, 6 by 5 into minus 1, and it will give you as minus 6 by 5. So the additive inverse of minus 6 by minus 5 is what? Minus 6 by 5. So I hope you can do this additive inverse. In additive inverse, simply what we have to do, we have to simply multiply the rational number by minus 1 of it. So it will give you the additive inverse of the number. Now coming to the third question, there is a third question, and it is given as verify that minus x minus of minus x is equals to x for a value is given for x, and you have to verify this equation. So suppose we can take this as LHS and this as RHS. So if we prove LHS is equals to RHS, then the equation will be verified. So how can you go for the solution? Since first you have to write the question, and then you have to write the solution. We have x is equals to 11 by 15. Now let's take LHS part. We are taking the LHS part over here, that is minus of minus x. Minus will be signed since it is of the question, so it will be like that only, and x key value what is there, it is 11 by 15. So we have written like this, and then we know that minus into minus is what? 11 by 15. This all you have the sign thing you have studied in the chapter integers in your last class, I guess. So it is 11 by 15. So what it is? LHS is what? 11 by 15, and in RHS what do we have? This is a value, this is equals to x only. This is equals to 11 by 15 is equals to x only, 11 by 15. So we can write here x. So this LHS, this side it is LHS, and this side this x has come, and x can be also written as now RHS. So LHS is equals to RHS. That's why it is verified. In the same way, you have to do the other part of this question. Now coming to the fourth question, you have to do multiplicative inverse. You have to find multiplicative inverse of the given rational number. What I have told you earlier, that multiplicative inverse of any rational number is the reciprocal of that rational number. Simply what we have to do, we have to just do the reciprocal of the given rational number. So the question is here is minus 13 by 19. The multiplicative inverse of any rational number, you have to write this the thing, you have to write the reason, like why what it is, why, how it is happening. So that is minus 13 by 19 is given as 1 upon, that is reciprocal is what? Reciprocal of anything is what? 1 upon. Okay, 1 upon a ka reciprocal will be 1 upon a, right? Like that. So 1 upon minus 13 by 19 will be given as minus, what it will become, this will go up and this will be at the denominator part. So minus 13 by 19 ka multiplicative inverse is minus 19 by 13. So that is your answer. Students, I am showing you all this in the written format because I want you to follow this format, and the work has to be very neat and clean, so that even you get the interest to solve the questions furthermore. Okay, so coming to the next part of this question only, there is another question, that is minus 5 by 8 into minus 3 by 7. So how can we solve how can we take the reciprocal of this number? First we'll simplify this number, that is minus is what? Plus. Minus into minus is what? Plus. And 5 into 3 will be 15. 8 into 7 will be 56. So what will be the multiplicative inverse of this? Without doing, we can say that multiplicative inverse of the number is 56 by 15. It will be just reciprocal. 1 by, will just take the reciprocal of the given rational number, and it will be will just change the numerator and denominator. So it is the 56 by 15. So with this we have completed our reciprocal and multiplicative inverse and additive inverse. Now with this we have completed 4 questions, and I want you to solve all the questions in your copies, in your fair copies, as I have shown you here. So now moving to the question number 6.